In today's gaming news, a Destiny info dump hits the web today, ArcheAge Founder packs are now available, and MLG teams up with ESPN to bring eSports to TV. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. My name is Force, here with your day's gaming news. First up today, if you've been waiting on more information about the upcoming game Destiny, today is your day as a massive details and videos and previews have hit the web today. A few articles I wanted to point you guys to include one over on Game Informer, which goes over the game's three classes, which consist of the Warlock, which is a more caster focus, although the entire game does focus on what they're saying is solid first-person shooter gameplay. The Warlock focused a little bit more on being a caster. There is the Titan, who is sort of the tankish character, and then a Hunter, who you would assume is more like of an assault character, sort of like a gunslinger, if you will. There was also a great article posted up on Eurogamer, which goes into discussion about why the game isn't coming to PC. As it's been stated in the past, it looks like it's basically sums up to the fact that they're launching on 4 consoles as is on launch day, and they really wanted to concentrate their efforts there. However, it was stated once more in the article that they look forward to talks of a PC version at some point in the future. So no confirmation that a PC version is coming, but basically sort of a confirmation that it's something that they're expecting to do. And then finally, I want to tell you about the 7-minute gameplay video that was released, which, for all intents and purposes, it was a good video. It showed off some gameplay, fighting various enemy types, a 3-person group doing cooperative efforts, using special abilities. But there's one thing that I didn't think I would ever bring up, but I wanted to bring up. And that's that I think the music is terrible. And it's strange to me because usually I'm just okay with video game music, or I think it's really great and I bring it up. Very rarely do I ever say I don't like the music in this game, but based on what we saw in the trailer, I don't like the music that's being presented for this game. It was very off-putting to me. It didn't feel like it fit. It just didn't feel right. I really don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it because, again, normally I either don't mention it because it's just serviceable, it's passable, and it works, or I mention it because I think it's really good. Very rarely do I go out of my way to say I don't like the music in this game. I don't like the music that was in this trailer. You watch the video and tell me what you guys think as well, but I didn't think it was good. Or it didn't fit, rather. Not that it wasn't good, it just didn't fit for me. That's all. Next up in news, ArcheAge is the title I've been playing over the past week or so, and if you're wondering how you could get in, there is now the opportunity to get in through the Founders program, but it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. The Silver bundle is running at $49.99. This is the lowest cost bundle. It will give you beta access, 2,500 credits, a 30-day sub, and an experimental glider. The Gold package, costing $99, will give beta access, 7,500 credits, a 60-day sub, in-game items, the Phoenix glider, as well as a costume. And then lastly, the Archeum bundle, the highest priced one at $149.99, grants alpha access, so you can play right now, 11,250 credits, a 90-day sub, more in-game items, a costume, as well as a cloak. So yes, there are 3 bundles, 2 of which give you beta access, 1 will give you alpha right now, come with some in-game items, credits for what's gonna eventually be a store. And what about that sub fee, Force? I thought this was free to play. Well, it will be a free to play game with a sub option. Presumably that sub option will be taking away a lot of the free to play trappings and giving you much more access. And again, if you buy this Founders program, you can either get the 30, 60, or 90-day, it's called patron status, but that's just basically the subscription level, whatever for this game. So I've had a lot of people ask me, Force, since these Founders packages released, I believe it was late last week, a lot of people ask me, Force, is it worth it? Should I spend my money? I'll say this, I do really like the game. It does look a little dated, and yes, I play on max settings, and there are some areas and aspects like sunsets in the water of this game that look fantastic. I think the overall aesthetic's pretty good, but it looks a little dated. The gameplay is very solid. It's a good tab targeting system. All around, I'm really enjoying it, and I really even haven't dove into these huge sandbox elements. Building a house, building your own ship, sailing the 7 seas, the open world, the 1 sea, the open world PvP. Like, there's a lot to this game, and there's a lot that I still have to experience. So far, I'm enjoying it. I'm probably going to pick up one of these packages, even though I already have access to the game. I don't know about the $150 package because honestly, I don't know if I'll play this game for 3 months after launch. So why have the 90-day sub thing? But who knows? You know, anything could happen. I very much so am someone who jumps from game to game in nature of my personality, but also because of what I do here on YouTube. I like it, but whether or not it's worth the $50, $100, or $150 will of course be up to you, the individual. And last up in news today, eSports is coming to TV. It's going to be done thanks to a collaborative effort between MLG and ESPN for the upcoming X Games. Now what's going to be happening is during the MLG X Games Invitational, which will be taking place on June 6th to the 8th in Austin, Texas, we're going to be seeing the top 5 Call of Duty teams, as well as 3 teams, the top 3 teams from the recent Call of Duty Championship, including Complexity, NVUS, and Optic Gaming. All 8 will be competing for the first ever MLG ESPN Invitational, and the winners will be awarded with X Game trophies. But what's more interesting is the base competition will be broadcast on MLG.TV, but highlights are going to be shown on ESPN as well as ABC. This is a pretty big point in time. I don't know if, I know that esports has been on TV in the past, but to be broadcast highlights on ESPN as well as ABC, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good step in sort of the direction of more mainstream acceptance to the esports scene. And I want to know what you guys think about that. I also want to know what you think about the Founders Program for ArcheAge and, of course, Destiny. And what do you think about the music in that trailer? Please let me know, because I didn't like it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode of The Feed. As always, thank you so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. I know, it's really nitpicky, and no, I couldn't compose better music myself, and I don't, why couldn't they just use some derivative of the Halo theme? The original Halo theme, Combat Evolved, was so good, it's the best song, but this is kind of like, like, it's not good.